Welcome to my world.
From stage to screen, comedy to politics,
Decriminalize it.
he's cannabis's most famous and fearless celebrity. Now, Tommy Chong is ready to cut through the smoke and change the tone of Tilk Radio.
Please welcome the stoner legend himself, Tommy Chong.
Welcome to the Tommy Chong Podcast.
What's up? Are you there? Are you awake? What's going on, man?
Oh,
Are you stoned?
Yes.
What'd you smoke today?
The stuff we got from Oregon.
Oh yeah, that's good stuff.
Yeah,
from,
very nice.
From Chong's Choice in Oregon.
White Widow or something.
Available at Shango.
Shango, yeah. Yeah, that was a nice treat. Oh, I feel a bit better now. I'm back on chemo pills for the last little trip, and that's a stone itself. You know, you get high with chemo.
It just zaps you out.
It makes you tired. Yeah, I tried to do my tango lesson this morning, and I got through a couple of dances, but then
You couldn't do the whole one?
nope,
Come on.
got tired.
Why'd you puss out like that? You gotta push through, Dad.
It was more fun sitting and talking to Ruta. She's so beautiful. She's such a beauty.
You just wanted to philosophize about dancing?
About everything. I give her my take on everything. She's beautiful. Her and her partner Marcos, when they went to a contest, didn't tell anybody, and then and they won it.
They won.
Yeah, they won
A tango
Came in
contest.
first. Yeah,
Nice.
it was like
How much did they win? $20?
I don't think that much. Well, maybe between them. But they had to pay for their own tickets, so that evened everything out.
Oh man, I just got back from Coachella.
Yeah, I see that. I see your little butt dragging on the ground as you walked in the door.
I did good for a man my age.
But man, your age. How old are you?
I'm 41.
Oh, is that old? Oh
Yeah.
my God.
I realize I've been going out since I was like 15.
Yeah,
So that's 26 years of just partying.
yeah. And you still haven't learned your lesson.
I have. I'm much better now. I didn't act the fool. I was good,
Too
man.
much, huh?
A couple people were acting the fool.
Well, of course. You're.
I'm not going to name names, but one of them was like, everyone was like, dude, your brother, man, your brother was out of control, dude. But I didn't see how.
Oh, your brother.
No, my friend's brother.
Oh,
You know, who's one of my good friends too. They were just teasing him
was he out of control?
because like half the group's like married and very image conscious, and then the other half of the group is just wild man. You know.
Yeah, they're trying not to get married, but
Yeah, or just.
But they would if
Yeah,
they
they
had
want to
to.
party. They want to get wild. They want to get loose. You know.
Yeah.
He was just very, very aggressive. But it was fun, man. I don't know why.
I just
the big
picture
problem was.
Coachella. How do you say it?
Coachella.
I picture Coachella as like a jungle. And you single guys are like hunters, and the single girls are like the prey. You know. they're the
Oh
ones-
yeah. I mean, there's a lot of that going on.
And
I'm very. I'm not a hunter. I'm more of like a.
observer.
Not an observer.
No, you're a catcher. If they catch you, then you belong with it.
Yeah, I just try to put myself in a position where they might want to talk to me.
Yeah,
know?
you just cruise around and look interesting.
Because a lot of guys will just they'll just do a numbers thing and just hit up everyone. Just
Oh,
hey,
yeah.
what's up? And they're like, no. And then finally, maybe they'll hook up. I don't know. I was cool. I wasn't looking for, a new girlfriend. Because I'm in like a very transitional period. You know what I mean, Dad? Like I don't want to lock it down right now.
Okay. Did you look at my eyes? Did you see how bored I got when you were talking about that shit?
Yeah, I noticed that. So the first night.
Let's continue on your dilemma.
No, man.
You don't want to what? You don't want to settle down with a beautiful girl yet?
I'm not ready for that right now. I just got out of a relationship.
You did?
And they're pulling me back. Yeah.
Well,
So let me tell you about Coachella.
Okay, tell me some more about Coachella.
Okay. What do you want to know?
Tell me about
I'll tell you one thing.
band. No, tell me about the band, Guns N' Roses.
I'll tell you that in a little bit, but I'll tell you one thing. So electronic music, is kind of fading a little bit, and the hip hop's making a big comeback. But the hip hop is like a new, very kind of melodic hip hop. It's
well,
they're better like you
instead of message.
No, it's message still. It's cool, but it's got like a nice vibe
hypnotic.
to it.
It's more hypnotic.
Because before, when you see a live hip hop show, they just put like a bunch of hip hop artists on there, and they're just screaming in the mic, and it sounds like shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And they're telling the audience the same thing. Everybody clap.
Well, they do that too, but now they seem to have gotten where they learned how to speak clearly in the mic and turn them down and turn the music up and mix it properly.
Get a little more intelligent.
And just mix it properly.
Yeah.
You got to mix it properly.
Well, like you say, make it more melodic.
But it was very cool. But A$AP Rocky, the first night was really windy, so there was a windstorm all day.
Yeah. Oh, I saw it.
And I guess
the news.
they couldn't put a lot of those big back screens up the whole thing. So his show started out really cool. He had like an opening, and it was Juliette Lewis.
Oh yeah.
And she did an opening, and she was like, she was telling the crowd, how to act and what to expect for A$AP Rocky show, and it was cool, man. But it was heavy because like they were doing really close up on a massive screen, and you just, why would you do that to a woman like that? You know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying, Dad?
What? She didn't look that good?
I don't think any girl looks good at 40 something years old, up close, like 80 feet in the air.
Yeah, true.
It's a lot of bright light. But she's cool. She's so punk rock. She did it, and she said something like, "What about all those short jean shorts?" And then like every girl basically wears short jean shorts for Coachella, right? And like the whole crowd gasped. They're like, and then she goes, "Oh, just kidding!" Like literally, they all look down. Oh my god, why is she saying that?
Oh, she's so hip. I love Julia.
So they had a long opening. A$AP came out, did 3 songs, and he was good, man. And then they got artsy and pulled out like a barbershop quartet, and then it was near the end of the set, and he started 15 minutes late, and they don't mess around at Coachella. Like this isn't a hip hop show,
especially when you get a barbershop set out there.
Well, you can do whatever, but you got to if you start 15 minutes
late. But if
late,
they're going to pull the plug, that's when they can pull the plug. No problem.
Well, I just think it's like who's managing? Because if you're 15 minutes late, you got to cut 15 minutes off. So they hadn't played their hit song yet, and then they brought out Kanye, right? And I don't know if it was a fuck up, like his mic wasn't working. So he literally
sang to it,
and he had no idea because I guess he's hearing it through the monitors in his ear and the monitors on stage.
Yeah.
But the front of house guy didn't have him on there, and it was weird because like the mics were cutting out all over the place. A few different artists had problems with their mics. Anyways, so Kanye does the whole song. We didn't hear a fucking word, not one word. And then they cut the whole show. Boom, it was over. And they didn't play, because his song is, "I love bad bitches, that's my fucking problem." Yeah, like the fucker got a fucking problem.
And they never did
They never got to that song. And man, so the crowd it was basically a disaster. Yeah. And so I read all the articles about it the next day, and they called it a disaster. But the good thing is that there's Weekend 2.
Oh, so he can do it again.
So he can redeem himself.
Oh, that's right. That's right. You got another chance at it. Yeah. And what you do, opening, you work out the kinks, and then you figure out what works, and then I bet you he does his tune.
And the first week was a madhouse because that's just how it is. That's where all the good parties are. All the promoters are there. And so then LCD Sound System played, and they did a great job. So they kind of rescued the night. But before that, it was pretty crazy,
Was it
pretty shitty?
When you don't have your sound system right, nothing works.
And it's weird.
It's all about
like
sound.
At the beginning of the day, they have it loud, right?
Yeah.
But as the night goes on, they start turning things down a little bit because I guess they don't want noise complaints because they can go till midnight, and then at midnight it's like over because any minute they play over that, it's like $1 million.
Yeah, well, here's what's
$1 million fine.
Here's what's happening in the daytime. You need that energy, so you crank it up, and then as the night gets longer, If we wanted to keep the crowd up, we knew what to play. But if we wanted them to go home, you hit those slow songs, and it's the last number, last dance, and you do such a thing that everybody gets tired, just wants to go home, and you can just musically move a crowd out the door, but no problem.
Yeah, but it's Coachella's a trippy, man, because it ends at midnight. It ends at midnight. Yeah. So people are like, "Oh, I'm tired. I'm going home." I'm like, "It's fucking midnight. What do you mean you're going home?" You know?
Yeah.
And then
that's when the parties come.
So on day one, we went to the Calvin Klein party, and it was like 45 minutes away. And because everything is far away there, because like you're in Coachella, but this thing's in Cathedral City. Yeah. And Cathedral City, but the good thing is that the main roads, they're not freeways, but they go. It's a 50-mile-an-hour speed limit.
Sure.
So, but there's 100,000 people leaving, so you're just stuck, man.
Yeah, it's like a drive-in traffic.
So we rolled to that party, and it was at this huge warehouse. And we were like, "Oh shit, how are we gonna get in?" And I was like, "Okay, don't worry, I'm just gonna drop a bunch of names and pull it." So we go to one side, and we're trying to get in. And they're like, "No, you guys go to the other side." So we go to the other side, and there's no door. They just let everyone in. So it was fun, man. And then they played really good music there. And so then I hung out with my friend's wife that he went home and he was with. So she loves to stay out. So she's like, "Paris, let me hang out with you." And so it was her and this other Instagram star, and she's like a young starlet from Brazil, and that was fun, man. That was cool.
Oh, I bet.
Just cruising with them. And then the next night it was Guns N' Roses. I didn't know until that day, but he broke his foot at the Whiskey when they played at a secret show like in town 2 weeks ago.
How'd he break his foot?
Just hopping around, because
banging his foot.
He was just dancing, and I guess he's not used to moving like that anymore. And
a little brittle.
So he was
and you said they're a little overweight.
Yeah,
so that's probably it.
And he looked like he literally has done $1.5 million worth of cocaine in the last 20 years, man.
But he's kind of chunky though.
Yeah, like that.
Jowly.
Just that face is just swollen, like been through the ringer, man. Cigarettes and whiskey and cocaine, just in a lot of it.
Yeah. 20 years of that, and it will show. Yeah, and just
it was but he sounded good. He sounded good, but it was just sad. You're like, and people were excited, but the problem is that they're just getting these people for their names. They're not really. They're not getting the best, because apparently the theory is this: like the first few years of a festival, they gotta spend money. They gotta get the best names out there to establish the brand, to establish the Coachella, and say that how cool it is. And then once they sell it just based on it being a phenomenon, then they just get these old nostalgic acts and they paid them. I think they got $8 million for that show.
You're kidding?
No.
That's a lot of money.
Because it's a reunion. They haven't been together since the 90s.
Yeah.
And I mean, some of the managers I was with, because they're all managers, they're all agents. I mean, I was with all these people from the industry. They're like,
what were they saying?
They're like, I could have gotten $15 million. I could have gotten $15 million easy. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
But and then Slash was up there. Slash sounded amazing, right? But he hasn't been taking care of himself, man.
Yeah.
Like he.
A little chunky too.
Like a lot chunky, man.
Yeah.
And then he's got the cut off shirt and he just don't give a fuck, man. But he sounded like, his guitar playing was amazing. Oh, yeah. And there's no doubt that band's kind of legendary status, because when they just keep playing song after song and the whole crowd knows exactly what the words are and knows the song, it's like that's something special.
Oh yeah. So, once in a lifetime, man. Guns N' Roses, they're there.
But it got bored, and then we left. I left like halfway through it. I was like, I'm out of here. Because I was never a Guns N' Roses fan.
Yeah.
But all the girls in high school or junior high. Yeah. I remember I had a girlfriend, Keija, and she would bawl her eyes out every time the song would come on. It's funny. We were with this young 20-year-old from Brazil, and she's like, oh, my mom just loves these guys so much. She just loves them. She really grew up with them. They mean so much to her. And she shows me a picture of her mom. I'm like, damn, she's hot. She looks like a Guns N' Roses groupie. I mean, Brazilian hot, man.
Yeah.
It's like,
Well, that's like Cheech and Chong fans, same thing, You come up, my grandma loved you guys. Oh, she had everything you ever did. I mean, life goes on.
Yeah.
You just got to adjust to your position. You're no longer the young rebel, and now you're the old icon.
Yeah. I went to the Neon Carnival afterwards, and that was good. But it was like I went to the wrong side. I went to where everyone was like trying to get on the list, trying to get in, and it was packed, brutal, just pushing through people.
Yeah.
And then I finally get in there, and they're like, "Oh no, you got to go to the table over there." And there's no one waiting there. And of course, I know the girl Jen. She's like, "How much do you need, Paris? Who do you need?" And at least I look cool because I was like, "Yeah, it'll be me, my girl, and my driver." And I had this big dude from Watts, so I look like a pimp, man. I look like a badass dude. I look like a rock star because all the rock stars have their security that are just moving people out of the way. Yeah. It was cool, man.
Well, you are a rock star.
No, not quite.
Well, in your own right,
Yeah, but
you're a Chong boy.
Yeah.
You're part of the Chong and the family stone.
I got some juice, man.
You do.
And then we were smoking. So then we rolled up a ton of doobies, right? So we were just smoking the whole time. And a lot of the guys were like, "Oh, is this Chong's Choice? Is this Chong's Choice?" And I'm like, "Yeah, it's Chong's Choice." And then Josh is like, "No, that's not mine. That's not Chong's Choice. That's mine." I'm like, "Dude, shut the fuck up, man." I'm like, "So what if it's yours? These people expect to have Chong's Choice when they're smoking with me, Why are you throwing me under the bus, dude?"
He's trying to, he's not getting a percentage of Chong's Choice.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so they had a Chong's Choice Weed Maps party, and I didn't make it out there, man.
Well, that sounds like a Chong.
Yeah.
You're upholding the family tradition
Yeah.
of supposed to be in some places and you can't make it because you're having too much fun at the other place.
Yeah, well, it's just hard. Like it's hard enough to get to that venue. Then you want to get in a shuttle and go to another venue. It's I don't know.
And you don't want to work. When you go to Chong's Choice, you're working.
I guess so. I don't even know what it'd be like. But I heard it went really well, and people are just really digging it, man. They're really excited for us. They're really excited for you.
Yeah.
I'm
excited for them.
Yeah, it was cool because I stayed with my friends that were leaving, so I had like Brandon and I had a whole house to ourselves.
You're kidding?
Like a big mansion. And then the lady came today, and she's like, open the door. She's like, "Oh, who are you?" She's like, I'm the owner of this place. Who are you? I'm like, "Oh yeah, I'm friends with them. They left already, but I'm leaving now." She's like, "Oh, okay."
Who are you? You could have been anybody. Huh?
I could have. But the whole, it's weird because that whole area, it's like they're renting it to the people that want to go to the concerts.
Yeah.
And these places, you would love these places, Dad. They're right on the course, on the golf course.
Yeah.
Right on the golf course.
Yeah, I'd like to do that without.
So maybe we'll get a place, and you'll come and with Mom and just have a golf days, and then I'll go to Coachella.
Let's do that.
And then maybe I'll get you to come one day just to show face.
Sure.
Because that'll blow people's fucking minds.
Sure. I'm for that. Especially golf. Yeah. Because I'm reinventing the game. So
but you'll come and just.
Definitely, man. You know me.
Because I have a feeling you'd be blowing people's mind. They'd be like, "Oh my God, Chong, what the fuck, Chong?"
Especially if I get a tune-up. I don't give a fuck about you.
They played your song, Dad. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck about you.
I don't give a fuck what you do. Who you do. I love that song.
Okay, now we can take it back.
Okay.
You're listening to the Tommy Chong Podcast, only on CannabisRadio.com.
Your connection to quality cannabis insurance services is spelled Kaercher. That's Karcher Insurance. We have worked with ventures like cannabis for over 60 years. We're proud to represent over 50 companies with tailor-made cannabis plans for owners just like you to insure your product, your plants, and your pursuits. Kaercher spells out their full-service insurance services ranging from commercial commercial to bonds to personal, from life to health, and more. Contact the team at KarcherInsurance.com and let our experience work for you. That's KAERCHER Insurance.com.
Contact Karen and the team at Karcher Insurance at 1-844-421-3560. That's 844-421-3560.
The next generation of vaporizers has arrived. Vuber vaporizers are blazing the way with unparalleled technology for oil, concentrate, or dry flower pens. Providing unsurpassed customer service and expert craftsmanship, Vuber vaporizers use cutting-edge technology, providing a power-packed, smoother vapor with a lifetime guarantee. Experience vaporizing the way it was meant to be. The Vuber way.
I said palm trees make California.
Yo, it's your boy TJ, Trinidad James. You're listening to Dr. Bina on Cannabis Confidential. LA, what up?
Nickname James, man. I'm worried like a like. I need to...
People were so excited to see you supporting our industry, and it's so important to see people who are mainstream, who are out there, that people look up to.
That was my first one ever going to, so that was definitely a big deal for me. It's not just, oh man, just come smoke a bunch of joints. It's a lot of science into it. It's way more interesting than a lot of people might think would look down, per se, on what we enjoy.
Cannabis Confidential, only on CannabisRadio.com.
I feel like palm trees make California.
The Tommy Chong Podcast is back, only on CannabisRadio.com.
And we're back.
Yeah.
So you saw some concerts this weekend too.
I didn't mean to, but we went to a benefit for MS. The Race to Erase MS, and Shelby got some tickets from her friend, her dancing friend, and so we went without the publicist, our publicist, James and Melissa, and it's a huge event at the Beverly Hilton and on Wilshire, and so it's huge, maybe 1,000 people there, a lot of people.
But very strict to get in there, right?
Tough. You had to be invited. Yeah. It's big money thing. Larry King, and the Larry King and his tall wife, and David Foster did songs, and he had
and so he did a song with Natalie Cole, but now she's just died, right? So what did they do?
Well, when Nat King Cole died, David Foster and Natalie Cole got the song "Unforgettable." And they did a duet,
right, with the both of them,
with the soundtrack.
Yeah, so he just did a soundtrack.
And and David was the one that cut it with Natalie.
Right.
So when Natalie died, David got Benoit. Is that his name? I forget it. Anyway,
to play Nat King Cole's part, and then they played the track from Natalie Cole. Interesting. Cool.
So beautiful.
So you like that kind of shit.
And so touching. Shit, that's music,
like that
boy.
Slow stuff. That
is music, boy.
You like that real slow stuff.
And then they had, and then David brought out this, the winner from The Voice. Kind of chunky and horn rimmed glasses, but a voice, oh my God.
Oh, from The Voice. That guy from The Voice.
He's from The Voice, and he won The Voice. And he is The Voice. What a voice.
He'd be The Voice.
Oh my God. Yeah, he'd be The Voice, man. And so they sang a couple of songs. Standing ovation time.
Yeah.
That kind of huge,
rock the house. Yeah.
Operatic, beautiful angels singing. And then they did an auction, where they auction off stuff and donate money for MS, to erase MS. Kind of pissed me off because they never mentioned pot once, and yet pot is the only thing that's working on MS.
Yeah.
Nothing else. And so what I learned later is a lot of it's a scam to raise money.
Yeah, but I've been hearing that, they only like 1 or 5% goes to the cause.
Yeah. And they ignore things like marijuana because if you got a cure, then these guys would be out of business, So there would be no reason to have these benefits to raise money. So in that way, it was a bit of a scam. But then on the other hand, it brought attention to the disease itself, and it's a rich guy's attention,
right?
And so that was good. And then the headliner came out, and that's when we left.
And who was the headliner?
The headliner was Kiss. No, I've met them all, and they're great guys, and Gene Simmons, he's got his reality show. And
you didn't want to hear, I want to rock and roll all night.
No, I just heard the bass and the drums, and then it was so loud. It was so loud.
Why don't you just turn your hearing aids off?
Why don't I just walk out of the room? Why don't I just go home and listen to something that I like? And they trudge on stage. And it's
full makeup,
full everything. They're Kiss, and they're not Kiss without their makeup, and so and their platform shoes, and so seeing these guys walk on stage is like, I don't know, it's like being on a movie set. Okay, send in Kiss. All right. Okay, we're gonna play. It was because it wasn't a Kiss concert.
Yeah.
So you didn't have a lot of Japanese fans screaming. And knowing every word that they sing. And so it was, but everybody there loved it, man. They got standing, everybody standing and clapping, and little kids, they're just in awe of this rock band, this real live rock band with platform shoes and makeup.
Right.
But I mean, as much as I love rock and roll and that, I
don't think you liked rock and roll, like that rock and roll.
I like the Hendrix, but
Hendrix is not Hendrix is 10 years before Kiss.
I walked out on Hendrix too. It was too loud. I literally, when I went to a Hendrix concert in Detroit, it was so loud that I went across the street to the park and sat there and listened to it.
Wow,
that's how loud they were. Because he was, it was a big, him and the Who and all those guys.
Right.
They were seeing how loud they could, how loud they could be, and too loud.
And did they have speakers out in the concert or was it just a wall of amps?
The wall of amps inside.
And then there was more speakers too, or just amps?
No, just nothing outside.
So there's no speakers, like
nothing outside. No, I was listening to the what you heard from inside the hall.
Jesus.
Outside. That's how loud it was.
Wow.
And people are in there, losing their hearing. Hey, this is great. It's too loud for me. But I got hearing problems anyway. So, but it was a good night though.
That's
it was a good night. Met a lot of people, a lot of nice people.
I saw Crone, my old jiu-jitsu guy.
Yeah.
Teacher. Yeah, he was there.
Oh,
Funny.
yeah,
He's telling me about all the fights he had. He was telling me like man, he had injuries, and they're like, no, you're fighting. He's like, no, I gotta kill out. He's like, no, you're fighting. And he's like, oh shit, okay.
Oh, that's like Dancing with the Stars. As long as you're alive, you're on stage. And if you're going to go out, they got to videotape it.
Oh man,
they got to see you.
The parties were good. So Sunday night we went to a party, like a One Oak party.
Is that the Leonardo?
Yeah,
DiCaprio?
that's when it was the Leo party, and I never witnessed this before. I never
Leo.
I never witnessed, the most wanted man
in Hollywood,
in the world.
Yeah,
in the world,
yeah.
Literally, and it's incredible, man. Like he literally holds court.
Oh yeah,
like a king, like a king.
Yeah,
and he's surrounded by his
entourage.
And what do they call it? The court. The court. Yeah. And there's the court jesters, and there's the maidens,
and the guards, the court guards, the big
and like
guys,
you'd be talking to a girl, and they're just like looking through you and behind you, like to look,
see what Leo's doing.
See what Leo's doing, And then Paris Hilton was like crawling in and out of the table, you know what I mean? And she was funny, man. She's just like a young girl still, just having fun.
How'd she look?
Where's my phone? Oh my God, I lost my phone.
Oh, you were that close?
Oh yeah. All my friends, like they all know. It's like it's the same crew. You get to a certain level where it's like the same people, and you see them in Hollywood, you see them in New York, you see them in Miami, in Ibiza.
I had a club in Vancouver that catered to that crowd.
Oh,
I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah.
Anybody is at that club.
And it's funny because like they're like, where the fuck have you been, Paris, man? You disappear for years, man. And I'm like yeah. And literally, like, I couldn't even hang because I had such a crazy girl before. Like that's what I realized. Like she was so nuts, I couldn't even bring her around with my friends.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yeah. Well, you did, but it was.
No, I didn't, Dad. I wasn't even allowed to really. I would go out with her friends.
Well, that's the way it is with a relationship. You know. That's the way it is, and that's why Chris Rock, that movie, where or his bit where he's talking about, his best friend's wives, they get together and they arrange play dates for the husband. Mom's always trying to do that. Why don't you guys do this or do that? No.
You're more of a loner.
No. I'm like Captain the dog. No, I'll just sit over here.
Yeah, but I liked it. I liked Coachella. It's a special place because you're in the desert, so it's hot but dry hot. You're not like, it's not that moist, humid hot.
Yeah, and you're not trapped. Like you say, you can drive 30 miles here, 40 miles there.
Well, it's
because a lot of those concerts, everything is in one area. So next thing you know, you're, next to the toilets, and you're just crammed in there.
Yeah, there's like a lot of areas, but it was packed, man. It was freaking packed. Literally packed.
Yeah, I mean that's
super packed.
Coachella is world famous now, and people fly in from all over the world.
All over the place, man.
All over the world.
All over.
And
it's our backyard.
Yeah, and it's so real. They did that in England for a long time. When they had all the English acts there.
Like
Wembley Stadium. Wembley Stadium. And then the whole city of London was like where everybody camped out.
Right.
But Coachella is perfect because it's California. And the weather's nice. You don't have to worry about rainstorms although you guys have wind.
I mean, like 3 years ago, I remember my buddy who does Wild Fox. He threw a party and he lost $100,000 because it was like the tundra. Just like seriously, and no one's gonna party in the tundra. But Sunday night was magical. They have all the pool lighting, and every place is a beautiful pool. In the deserts, and then the sun comes up, and then you see the mountains. It's gorgeous, man.
The sun. You're out there all night?
Yeah, I was. Yeah.
A little
5 a.m. on Friday, 5 a.m. on Saturday.
Oh my God! The sun comes up.
No, 7 a.m. on Saturday, and then 11 a.m. on Monday morning.
But the music ends at 12, and then the rest is parties.
But it's like a party with DJs. So it's more music.
Yeah.
And it's a private party, so the booze is flowing all night.
Yeah.
People are just getting nuts.
Yeah.
The one had a cleaning crew working at the same time, which is smart.
Sure.
But really high security. A lot of people couldn't get in, to those parties. And then, man, it was a trip.
What do you mean a lot of people couldn't get in?
Well, the first night they could get in, but then there's a really tight list. And for some reason, I ended up with some very, very well-connected people. And it was like a very lucky thing,
How'd you do that?
Just, I don't know, man. Just they wanted to hang with me,
Oh.
And they were like, "Come on, we're going." Like all these guys they're like they do these events, so they know what to do. And they're not sitting in that line; they're just going right there. Sorry, sir, you can't walk in there. Yeah, shut up. It's pretty crazy, man. It's pretty crazy.
Like Secret Service, we're going anywhere we want to go.
And some of the guys I know, they're sober all year round, right? They're sober. They're sober guys, and then that weekend, Coachella weekend,
they're planning for that weekend.
That weekend is their off weekend. Their cheat day. Their cheat day. They can do as many drugs and drink as much shit as they want. And then they're back on the wagon Monday.
Yeah.
Back to work, which is cool. It's like if you're gonna do it at the party, right?
Well, do it until the diagnosis comes back not so favorable.
Well, yeah, you party one weekend a year. That's not gonna mess your diagnosis up.
Eventually.
No.
No, you're right.
It's the chronic abuse. You can see the guys that drink every day.
Yeah.
And you can see what that does to them.
Yeah.
The ones that drink very hard every day. It's very tough on them.
They can't last.
But then you see the other people that they party hard, but it's they pick and choose.
Coming back from Vegas after doing the Riff Raff thing.
Oh, so tell me about that. Well, I wanted to save that for the last segment.
Okay, but anyway, coming back from Vegas, there was this big black chick in a wheelchair, and she's got pillows and all sorts of purses and pillows, and I couldn't hear what she was saying, but she was just having it out with the airlines people that push her around. She's telling them off. She looked kind of like Precious from the movie, you know, the big chick. Yeah. They had to push her in a wheelchair. You know, she's so big and all these things, and she was complaining and just. But I couldn't hear what she was saying. So in my mind, I was kind of imagining, you know, hey, motherfucker, you know, get him out. You know, I need that shit. No, don't touch that. I need that too. No, that's not garbage. Put it back on my bag.
Where was this, at the airport? And she was in line?
Yeah, we're going back to L.A. and she's waiting to get on the plane. You know, Southwest. You know, and so she, you know, if anybody needs help, you know,
and she needed help,
and she's in the wheelchair. But it was like she won big at Disneyland. You know, toys and crap and
she had
pillows,
a lot of shit,
all that stuff, all pillows and everything. You know, and she's a big lady.
So she's had a lot of shit, huh?
Yeah, and so they had to push her up the ramp, and man. This little skinny airlines lady, man, you could see she was straining,
huh?
Head down. She just pushed her. and then, you know, then she gets on the plane, you know. And you know how it is with Southwest, you cattle car, and the first bunch to get on the plane, they take all the window and the exit seats, the aisle seats and the window seats, and all the things are empty. Well, she was sitting there all by herself, you know, and I mean, she really looked like a captured bear, you know, that was going to kill anybody that come near her. Don't you dare sit next to me. And then this other black guy, he sat down, no problem. He sat down.
You went out to Vegas. So I don't want you to tell too much because I don't want to, you know, spoil what's coming out, because they did ask us, you know, not to post stuff, things like that. But you went out and you got to meet and hang with Riff Raff.
Riff Raff, yeah.
What did you think of Riff Raff?
I love him. I like him, man. He's a big guy, you know.
You know he was like real skinny a year and a half ago.
I heard, but he's been drinking. His house, it's funny. His house is behind a gated community, you know. And so next thing you know, they're doing a movie about a rock star that's living in a house that has no furniture because it's really a club. It's not a house. It was empty of everything, and it's got a balcony, like high ceilings, and then a balcony that makes a perfect stage or DJ cage.
And there are no couches?
Nothing. I mean, it's a movie set, you know, and they had to rent some furniture to move in, and you know, the art department. They're making a movie.
Right.
It's a movie. So this gated community, now they got a movie crew on their street, on their street where you have to go through the gate in order to get in. You have to be someone before you can live there.
Yeah.
And now they got all these people in there. You know, the movie people.
They let the Riff Raff in, huh?
Riff Raff let the Riff Raff in, and so the president of the place, he was at the guards things trying. He says, okay, once they leave, they can't come back. And so the movie guy that we're with, you know, one of the transportation guys, you know, or the producers, you know, and they've gone through this a million times, you know. So they told everybody, okay, get everything you need because you can't leave.
Right.
So you're inside, and so they stayed there all night and they partied all night.
Oh shit! Yeah, I heard it seemed like Riff Raff hadn't even slept yet.
No, he hadn't slept. They hadn't. I mean, I showed up there about 8:00.
But he's in pretty good shape, though, right?
He's in real good shape.
Yeah,
real good shape.
I heard he's been doing some of those Mexican supplements. You know.
Oh, could be. Could be. He's a big guy.
I mean, you don't gain that much muscle from eating bananas.
No, you don't. No, he's big and strong.
Yeah,
he's a big, strong dude.
He's pushing some big weights.
And now one of the guys that was in the thing, his name is Fat Jew.
Yeah, and you know, so you want to know the story behind him?
What is the story behind him?
He became one of the first Instagram famous people. You know, so he has like millions and millions of followers, and what he was doing was he was posting stuff online, and people loved it, very funny stuff, but he wasn't giving credit. And so then it turns, people started hearing that he was getting a book deal, and he got representation from CAA, and he was doing some big things. He has that rosé called Fat White Girl Rosé.
Yeah.
And he had this huge backlash about not stealing people's material and posting it, you know. So now it's fine. He gives him credit, and so. It's all good.
Yeah,
it's all good.
He's a very funny guy.
He's funny, huh?
He's very funny.
A lot of people think he's obnoxious. Like they're not into it.
He's Jewish,
but that's his thing.
From New York. He's got to be from New York. Anyway,
let's talk about that when we return after this break.
You're listening to the Tommy Chong Podcast, only on CannabisRadio.com.
I'm Radical Russ from The Russ Belville Show. Keith Stropp, the founder of NORML, is here.
The single most important victory will be California.
We've got Steve D'Angelo.
Well, the state of cannabis affairs in California is in flux.
The guru of ganja, Ed Rosenthal.
It's better for people to be using concentrates.
Weekdays live at 6 Eastern, 3 Pacific, exclusively on CannabisRadio.com.
Get ready to hear something good about cannabis.
I give you Jasmine Huff.
Tell us a little bit about Jasmine. Give us the good news about how you've gotten to where you are today.
Like all good children, I rejected my parents' values and ran off to become a capitalist in New York City and did a lot of work with an organization called Women 2.0. Looking at the cannabis industry, I said, you know what? Here we have a brand new industry. It's going to be $1 billion industry. And the rules of who leads this industry and who funds this industry haven't been written yet.
Good news. Only on CannabisRadio.com.
The Tommy Chong Podcast is back, only on CannabisRadio.com.
Okay, we're back. What are we talking about?
Yeah, so Fat Jew, and was he a cool guy? Was he nice to you?
Yeah, very nice. Very
respectful.
Nice. And that was the guy that knew.
I just think it's funny how this whole started, because like I'm at breakfast hanging out with you and you're like, oh man, I got to call Snoop Dogg's manager back. And I'm like, what the fuck? Give me the phone, man. That's my job. What are you doing,
man?
I
almost forgot. Yeah, Russell called.
That cracks me up, man. Yeah, hold on, man. I got to call Snoop Dogg back. It's so typical Chong, man. It's like, where did that come from? Well, so man, because Riff Raff's so cool. He's a big fan, and I don't know if I told this story on air before, but you know, we started reaching out to him on social media, and he's like, "Yo, man, give me Tommy's number. I'm just a huge fan." And so, but yours and my mom's number have the same first 3 digits, so I gave her my mom's number. So when my mom's getting this fucking guy Riff Raff calling her, my mom's like, "Who the fuck are you? I don't know any Riff Raff, man." I'm like, "Oh shit, mom!"
The same mom that just knocked on her door telling us the electrician's coming, so shut it down.
So I told that story to Riff Raff's manager, and he cracked up. He's like, "Oh my god, that's funny, man."
Yeah.
Who the hell's Riff? Oh yeah, there was some Riff Raff calling me. I don't know. How did he get my number?
Yeah, that house was.
I heard it's like very futuristic. I heard they rented that house. Are you sure he lives there?
No, he bought it. $1 million. I asked him. It was $1.2 million.
And didn't they rent some other very futuristic house where?
Well, that's the next place we went to was a motel that was built in the 40s, and their claim to fame was that they had the pool like raised about high, and then at the side of the pool they had big circular windows, and so you could see the swimmers go under. You know, their big whole window into the pool.
Wow, yeah,
and their whole row of them. There was a whole strip of motels along that one road, and they were at the end of the road. And now they're the only buildings left.
But wasn't
from
it
the 40s.
Futuristic?
Yeah.
Didn't you go into doors that open and close by themselves?
By themselves, yeah.
Trippy, man.
Yeah, it was very trippy. That was and what it is, they had an indoor pool, and all the bedrooms faced, went into the instead of a living room, they had a swimming pool.
Wow.
And so all the bedrooms and the kitchen, everything else opens up to the pool.
Right.
And the pool's kind of sunken, and the bedrooms are raised a bit.
Right.
It's very cool house, and the owners, they were very proud. They showed me all the pictures of the house. When they've been there since the beginning.
And did they show you, like, were there a lot of celebrities that come there or something like that? Or
not a whole lot that I recognize. I think mostly governors, and I didn't recognize anybody.
Oh, that's cool.
But they're very, very sweet people. And then they had a lot of scantily clad young ladies.
Yeah.
Running around there. And
yeah, I heard about some of your ad libs. Don't say anything. I don't want to ruin it, man. But it was funny, man. I can't wait to post that stuff. But we got to wait till they post it. So then.
Okay.
Then
yeah.
We'll kind of
It was an interesting night.
Yeah, you're a wanted man. They wanted you to, Slightly Stupid wanted you up to Bob Weir's
recording studio.
Yeah.
Yeah,
they're bummed, man, that you couldn't go because they said they want that Chong wisdom.
Oh,
so
yeah.
Are they recording something? I'm not.
They're probably
or is
doing
it a show?
Probably doing
an album.
Yeah, probably doing a single or whatever.
Yeah.
They record every year.
Right.
They just pump it out. They got to, man, that's the way it is, man. That's what you got to do in this business.
Yeah.
You got to pump it out until you can't pump it out no more.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm ready to start pumping out some tunes. I've been writing.
Yeah.
Writing lyrics and words. That's what I've been writing.
Yeah.
And some melodies.
That's cool.
I got some cool ideas. Yeah. The Chong's Choice weed has really helped my creativity.
Gets you super in the creative mode, huh?
So what I do now, when I get an idea, I just put it on my phone on notes, and I put down the idea.
Right.
And so I look at it back, and it's an idea.
Yeah.
it helps me instead of writing it down and then losing the piece of paper. I've got the note with me. I figured it out.
Cheech and Chong is playing the Noble Theater 420, and so there's some tickets still available.
Are there?
Yeah.
Come on, stoners, get out there and buy some tickets. Support your local stoner
Come
icons.
see a Cheech and Chong show.
Yeah.
There's not going to be very many of them.
There's sure not. My Chong's Choice puts me in the retirement seat.
Not retirement, but the Chong's Choice tour.
No, that's definitely not retirement.
No. It's just you're just not going to do very many Cheech and Chong shows. I think,
yeah.
Right?
No, you know what I want to do? I really want to just concentrate on the weed itself. On the various uses of hemp.
Yeah.
I know it's boring, but I just want to get into that world and save the world.
Yeah.
It's got some good ideas.
We're very close to that.
Yeah, we're very close.
Weed is so acceptable now. Like, people were just smoking dupes everywhere.
Yeah.
And in the past, everyone used to look around and look at you and go, "Oh, wow, shit." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And now it just seems like it's completely acceptable.
Well, actually, I got a new title.
What?
Oh my God.
What?
That's my title.
Why?
Oh my God.
Oh, that when they see you?
Yeah. That's my new name now. Oh my God.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God.
And then sometimes it's like stoners, it's retroactive, like I was parking over by Brentwood, and one of those moments come by. They drove by in a car, young kids in a school, like a little car with their parents' car or something. And the passenger looks at it, oh my God. And then I hear, Chong, down the road. And I go, yeah.
I like it when they call you Cheech and we don't even correct them anymore. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's like no worries. I understand. I get it.
Yeah. I got called that at the play. Cheech. Yeah. What's up?
That's cool.
Yeah, I'll be Cheech. What's the difference? Figure it out. What's the difference? They don't know the difference.
Did Riff Raff and them hook you up with a bunch of weed while you were there?
No, not at all.
There was no weed there?
Oh, yeah, there was Chong's Choice there.
Oh.
Eli brought a ton of Chong's Choice for the crew,
right?
For everybody, and yeah, the vaporizer turned out to be a good prop.
Cool. Cool.
Yeah, and we had some other stuff. I did, I got there, I was just tired, and so.
Because it was an early flight?
Well, it was an early flight, and, you get to there, and wait, that's what you do with movies. You just hurry up and wait.
Yeah.
And you can't do anything.
Yeah.
Like go shopping or, I scared the shit out of Eli. I said, I know, we can go to a gym.
He's like, oh, fuck.
Eli just stared at me like, with the cat, the dog, deer, the taillights, the headlights. He gave me that look like, oh, fuck, is he serious? And then I said, no, we better not. Because, I'd tear Eli a new butt. I would. Come on, you can do better than that. Come on, 10 more. I am going to get him to the gym one day, just to give him a few pointers,
Yeah. Well, you've changed a lot of people's life like that. You've got them into working out.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. It changed everybody. Yeah,
Oh, the one guy on Guns N' Roses that was looking good. He was Duff, the bass player.
Mm-hmm.
He was shredded, ripped.
Oh,
yeah, like he should have been in charge of training everyone else.
Well, he did that on purpose. He knew. He looked around. He said, "Oh, these guys are ridiculous. I gotta get."
Yeah, he was ready. He was ready.
Yeah,
he came prepared.
He did.
Yeah, man.
He wasn't that famous anyway, was he?
Well, he's the bass player, right?
Yeah, but mostly
Duff McKee or whatever. He's
well, like Flea is the bass player. Flea is a bass player, but he's a star too.
Yeah. There's only. Did you watch Flea's national anthem for the Kobe's farewell game?
No.
Yeah, I heard it was a little
jazzy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think it rubbed some people the wrong way.
Oh no,
but he liked it. Flea stood behind it. He's like, I rock that shit, man. But how's Kobe scoring 60 points, man?
Well,
I mean, he took 50 shots.
Yeah, but
so he took the most shots in one game ever.
That night.
So he beat Jordan, for the most games ever taken in a game.
Most shots ever taken in a game.
Yeah. and he got the highest point total of the year, which is pretty incredible, man.
For his retirement year.
Yeah, Nick Young, they were talking to him, and he's like, yeah, man. I was like, oh, so he'll get like 30, and then the coach will bring him out, and he'll get a standing ovation, and blah, 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 it'll be cool. And then the next thing you know, I looked up, he's got 40. Oh, that'll happen pretty soon. He'll get taken out. And then I looked up again, it's 50. Damn, man, he's got 50. And then he got 60. Damn, Kobe. Just like Kobe, just to get 60 points in his last game, man. And then he goes, and then I went and tried to get my shoes signed by him, but he took them and threw them in the trash because they were Adidas. And said, go find me some Nikes and I'll sign them for you.
That is a classic story.
Cold-blooded, man.
That's a classic.
Don't fuck with the king, huh? Just
that is classic.
And it's bummed. It's like Shaq. I read that Shaq's really bummed, because Shaq was like, man, I wanted a farewell tour too, but that's the price you pay for those extra $1 million from those other teams. Because
Kobe stayed with one for 20 years.
It's very special.
Legal, very loyal.
It's very special to stay with one team.
And he wasn't running after the money or the fame. He was just Kobe.
Yeah.
He
started out there 17 years old, man.
Yeah, I remember. I was there. When
pretty incredible, right?
Yeah. Right out of high school. And right into the Lakers. Yeah.
So do you think that he'll come back and out of retirement in a year or something like that, or do you think he's done?
I hope not. I think he's got timing. He's not desperate for money.
But I heard they just start missing the camaraderie of the team.
Oh, they miss everything.
But I think I've read that they miss the teammates the most out of everything.
Yeah.
Hanging with.
Well, you're in a tribe.
Yeah.
And next thing you know, you're not.
You're in an elite crew.
And next thing you know, you're out of the tribe.
Yeah.
And you don't belong to the other tribe at home because you never spend any time with them.
Yeah, but that's true. They're like, who are you, stranger?
Yeah. And then the next thing you know, are you driving me to school? Why?
Dad, not here. You don't drive here. This is where you go. Oh, I don't want to go with Dad. Oh, he doesn't even know where he's going. Jesus.
Yeah. And then and that's it. That's it. You're no longer. Everybody's holding their breath. Are you okay? Phoning up. It's like you died. Yeah. It's like you died. I watched him. Man, I see him now. After years
but that's
later.
cool. When you retire from one team, you're basically, you can go to that game, that place for life. Like Magic style.
Yeah.
Magic rolls in there. He doesn't.
No, but Magic owns a thing. He owns a place. He owns the team.
He owns a piece of the Lakers?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, he owns.
Really?
Yeah, he's an owner. He's an owner, and he owns the Dodgers.
Wow,
You knew
I
that.
thought Frank McCourt owns the Dodgers.
No, Magic and his partners bought Frank McCourt out.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, man.
Yeah, you didn't know that, huh?
No.
See, if Magic was special in that way, We'll see what happens with Kobe.
And Magic stayed with the Lakers.
Yep. Yeah. Oh, yeah. They got a statue of Magic out there. I wonder if they'll do one to Kobe. They might. What's that?
Just watching some shit.
Well, tell the people what it is.
Nah, I can't.
What it is. Is it surfing shit?
No. So we're doing something tomorrow with Little Mayo. You remember the Little Mayo?
Mm-hmm. Tomorrow morning?
No, like in the daytime.
Oh, yeah.
The Instagram alien that likes to party.
Oh, yeah.
So we're doing something with them.
He doesn't talk very much.
No, but I like quiet people. It's good.
He's okay.
And then you're doing the KTLA show tomorrow.
Yeah.
To promote the show, sell some tickets.
Yep.
We could use little tickets. Because man, it's a tough sell in LA. There's so much other shit going on, and then the tickets were a little pricey, and there's all these fees. So it's like they just get all these extra fees.
Yeah.
Like, hey, you want a ticket from me fee, and my printing fee and this fee. It's like, dude, what's the price of the ticket?
Well, what they're doing, theaters always, they're trolling for rich people,
Yeah.
That's what they're doing. They're not looking for, the ones that can't afford their rent this week.
Yeah.
Or this
Are
month.
you excited about performing?
Yeah, enough.
What you gonna do?
I don't know yet.
You got some new stuff?
Working on it. Yeah, working on it. I'll figure it out. When just before the show goes on. The usual Tommy Chong approach to it all. Something will come up. That's good.
Yeah.
Best not to plan because you don't want to
overthink it.
Well, a lot of times what you want to do, here's the way I prepare, is that I get my subjects, what I want to talk about, together.
Right.
And then I start exploring the humorous side of it, what's funny about it. And then I start, go from there, because I know what makes people laugh. And so then you concentrate on it. And it's more attitude than anything, because right now, it's such a cool time to be alive,
Well, and in 420, it's like the National Stoner Holiday.
Yeah. And that's good. I would prefer doing free 420 events, with proceeds going to charity. You know what I mean? And then the ticket prices are low, but the entertainment and everything is so much fun. And then we can auction and do like we did at the race for MS. That was a lot of fun, and we spent a shitload of money.
Yeah.
But it's going for something. Anyway, it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun.
And then, what about San Francisco? That's kind of a tougher crowd, right? It's more of like an intellectual crowd.
Nah, same thing. Cheech and Chong crowd. Don't matter where you go. As long as we got Mexicans.
That's true.
L.A. and San Francisco.
What about stoners?
Stoners. Yeah, stoners. Yeah. They're okay, they don't laugh a lot, they just sit there and try to figure out where they left their car, or if they had a car. Shit like that,
I saw a lot of those. I saw a lot of
I like people that, they know us. They come and hang with us.
Yeah,
that's basically it. We kind of we make the lifestyle okay.
Right.
Especially me now. As I get up in age, I'm making it very cool to be old.
So it's make or break tonight for the Bernie Sanders, right?
It is.
I hope he pulls it out. It's going to be tough.
Doesn't matter.
They're not letting independents vote.
No,
that's just
no.
They got like a lot of these little sneaky ways.
Oh
huh?
yeah. That's how they control
the
it.
Electoral College.
If
you super delegates, the delegates.
If you don't belong to that club, that's how big money controls you.
Yeah,
it's big money. That's what it is.
So as soon as you get the momentum, they're like, sorry, that ain't helping you here, motherfucker.
I don't care about you. I don't give a shit.
All right, so
let's.
We're gonna wrap it up. We're gonna really cross our fingers for Bernie because.
No, Bernie's fine. He's done his job. Now the pressure's on the government to do their job.
Yeah, that's true, man. That's true.
He's done what he had to do.
What you do.
What you do. I don't
So you're coming to Coachella next year?
Yes, I am.
But you're just gonna play golf, but you're gonna make an appearance one time.
Yeah,
right.
I'll hang. As long as I can play some golf.
I'll put like earmuffs on, like the kids. They put like little kids. They'll give you those earmuffs. So
and mittens on my hands.
So if he goes, if it's too loud, it's too loud. I don't like it. It's too loud.
That's what I do with the kids. I don't like it. It's loud. Loud music. But as a matter of fact, we should play some loud music. Hey, Cannabis Radio, play some loud music now. Bye.
See you next time.